Have you ever looked at the Great Pyramid of Giza and thought, how on earth did they build that? I mean, we're talking about millions of stone blocks, each weighing several tons, stacked hundreds of feet high, all with pinpoint precision. And they did it over 4,500 years ago, without modern cranes or machinery. It sounds impossible, right? Well, la va un. Today we're diving deep into one of history's greatest engineering mysteries to uncover the secrets of how the ancient Egyptians built their pyramids. For a long time, the prevailing theory was that tens of thousands of slaves were forced to haul these massive blocks under the brutal desert sun. But modern archaeology paints a very different, and frankly, more fascinating picture. Evidence from workers' villages near the pyramids shows that the builders were actually skilled, paid laborers. They were very well fed, receiving daily rations of meat, bread, and beer. And they even had access to medical care. These weren't slaves. They were respected craftsmen who took pride in their work. They were organized into teams, working for the glory of their pharaoh and the promise of a blessed afterlife. So, if they didn't have modern technology, what did they have? Ingenuity. It all started at the quarries. Workers would cut massive limestone and granite blocks directly from the bedrock. They used simple but effective tools like copper chisels and dolerite pounders. To split the stone, they'd carve grooves, insert wooden wedges, and soak them with water. As the wood expanded, it would crack the stone along the desired lines. It was a slow, painstaking process, but incredibly effective. Now, for the biggest question. How did they get these multi-ton blocks up the pyramid? The most widely accepted theory involves a system of ramps. But what kind of ramp? Some Egyptologists believe they used a long, straight ramp that extended from the base. The problem is, for a pyramid the size of Giza's, this ramp would have needed to be over a mile long. That's an enormous construction project in itself. A more plausible idea is a spiral ramp that corkscrewed around the outside of the pyramid as it grew taller. Another clever theory suggests an internal ramp system, a hidden tunnel zigzagging its way up inside the pyramid's core. Recent scans have actually detected anomalies and voids within the Great Pyramid that could support this internal ramp hypothesis. Once the blocks were on the ramp, teams of workers would haul them on wooden sleds. To reduce friction, they likely poured water on the sand in front of the sled, a simple trick that would have made the blocks slide much more easily. It was a masterpiece of project management, combining simple physics, clever tools, and immense human effort. The pyramids aren't just tombs. They're a timeless monument to human potential and collaboration.